Hello guys, welcome back to another Watch Addiction watch review. Today we're taking a look at an AVI-8 timepiece. They produce a lot of aviation themed timepieces. It's been a while since I've taken a look at one of their newer releases. This is the 4055-02 or the Hawker Harrier 2, one of the variations. It's a very simple three-handed quartz watch with a very complicated dial, I would say. And let's take a closer look. But first, let's see what I am wearing today. And today I am wearing the Rolex Submariner. Just a great watch. I actually haven't worn this in like a couple weeks, and just took it out of the box today and threw it on. A great looking watch, and it is raining right now, so this is the perfect watch for that. But let's get into this. Here is the Hawker Harrier 2 in the flesh, as you can see. A very, pilot looking watch. Obviously it's aviation themed. AVI-8 makes only aviation themed watches. And this one relatively affordable at $155 US, so it's fairly cheap in my opinion. Now, let's start off with some basic specifications here. We are looking at a 42mm diameter case. We do have a thickness of just around 11mm. The whole case is 316L brushed stainless steel. We have a brushed smooth bezel as well, as you can see. And it's pretty much brushed all around. We have nice crown guards here. The crown is polished where the bullseye is, as you can see there. Kind of nice cut here, as you can see. 1, 2, 3 little areas there. Looks pretty good. I don't see any really mistakes or anything like that. Nope. Everything looks pretty nice. Okay, so we do have a 22mm lug width here. In total weight, the watch does weigh on this genuine leather strap around 120 grams, so it's really all not that heavy, but you will feel it on the wrist. It's not like a super light watch. This watch is utilizing a Japanese quartz multifunction movement. We do have a pull and push crown, which is signed, as I just showed you before. We do get 5 ATMs, or 50 meters of water resistance here. So it's safe to wash your hands with, stuff like that. Wouldn't definitely take it swimming. Definitely don't take it in the pool or anything like that. Now, what really interests me about this watch was the dial. The dial is quite cool. As you see, we get those screws all over the place. We have this this area over here with the 0 and all these markers. It's basically one ring that's applied over the actual dial, which is pretty cool. As you can see there, you get in there, you can see that's applied over, which is pretty cool. Also, some nice loom on this watch. The hands are loomed. We do have the 0, the 6, and all the applied markers are loomed as well. We have a ticking seconds hand, obviously. And it does look like it's hitting all the markers perfectly, so that's good to see there. That's one thing about quartz watches. Some of them don't hit all the markers. Even on like expensive quartz watches, like you might see on some old Omega Seamaster, like the quartz bonds ones. Some of them don't even hit all the markers, but this one's doing pretty good. So yeah, very simple black dial here. It does state Hawker Harrier 2, AVI-8, which is printed. And yeah, the lugs are not too long, as you can see. It's mostly case, so it doesn't really wear too big. I would say, when I throw it on the wrist, I'll show you what it wears like. Now, to function this movement, we have some pretty cool stuff here. As you can see, we have your days of the week, Monday through Sunday, and it's going to click in every time you set it. We also have a date aperture over here, as you can see right here, at the 9 o'clock position, which is quite different. Usually at the 3 o'clock position. They switched it over to the 9 o'clock position, and then we have this kind of track here for your days of the week, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show you how to set that. It's pretty cool. So first position, we'll set this. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it fills in with a little dot on the day of the week, which is pretty cool. Now if you go the opposite way, you can change the date here. Getting a lot of glare here, but there we go. Then final position is your hacking position with these nice sword hands here, which are very legible and very bold, I would say. And that's pretty much to it. Very simple watch. Now the case back has some pretty cool stuff. They always do some pretty cool stuff to their case backs. You can see there, it does say Japanese quartz movement, water resistant, 50 meters. The model number, 4055, Hawker Harrier 2. The name of this model, all stainless steel. And yeah, it's screwed down, so that's nice to see. And I do like that little kind of, as you can see here, these little missiles launching out, and this big one in the middle. It looks pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And the straps are from AVI-8 are always pretty good quality. As you can see, we have white hand stitching at the ends of the strap, 2 keepers here, a signed brush buckle, which feels pretty good quality. Turning to the back side of the strap, you get a nice AVI-8 embossing here, and it does state genuine leather. It is pretty flexible, I must say. It is thick, as you can see. It's quite thick, the strap, but it is pretty flexible straight out of the box, so that's nice to see. Right now, I want to get you guys a loom shot. Let's see what the loom looks like on this model, and I'll be right back. Here we go with a little loom shot for you guys, and as I said earlier, the loom isn't too bad on this one. So you can see all the markers, the 0, the 6 are lit up. The hands are lit up as well. It's some type of super luminova, I believe, because it is glowing green, and not too bad for a $150 watch. If I did not mention, this watch does contain, I believe this is a hardened mineral crystal. It's definitely not a sapphire crystal, but it definitely is a mineral crystal, as you can see there, which is expected at this price point. Now I want to see what this watch looks like on my 6.5-inch wrist with this 42mm case here. And there she is on my wrist. So as you can see, 42mm, it fits about end to end on my 6.5-inch wrist. Definitely looks different than your average watch. You know, considering the date is over at 9, we have that nice track with the days of the week. We have the 0 and the 6, which is quite bold. And the hands as well stand out a lot on this black dial here. I think it looks pretty nice. As I stated earlier, these straps, they don't really need a break-in period. As you can see, this is straight out of the box. And this thing is pretty much fitting my wrist perfectly. A couple wears and it'll definitely be perfectly conformed to your wrist there. Nice little signed buckle. And yeah, I think it looks pretty nice on my wrist there. What do you guys think? Anyway guys, in conclusion, you know, $150, it has some pretty cool details. I like the layout they used here. They kind of switched things up. The crown is not too big. It stays out of the way. It's not going to hit in your wrist. And it is very functional. You can definitely grip it pretty well. The case is finished fairly good for this price point, I would say. Everything looks near perfect and immaculate. I do like that. You know, it comes on the standard, pretty decent AVI-8 leather strap here. $150 for a great quartz watch. You know, it can't really go wrong. I believe you can save 20% on some AVI-8 watches if you use the code WATCHADDICT at checkout. I'm pretty sure that still works there. So if you want to use that. Also guys, please let me know if you have any questions or queries, anything in the comment section below. Also, please let me know what you think of this watch in the comment section below as well. This is the AVI-8 Hawker Harrier 2 from AVI-8. I will drop a link in the description below if you want to check them out after this video. Thank you guys for tuning in once again.